Hey, in this video, I want to talk to you about three things. Number one, I want to talk about why trying new things is almost always your most expensive option, why making a commitment is the most efficient, most economical path forward for you and your business. And number three, what happens when you make a commitment and why commitment is less expensive, why it's more efficient, more economical than trying new things. My name is Scott Sambucci. I'm the founder and chief sales geek at Sales Qualia. We work with growth stage B2B startups. We help them ramp up and scale up their sales process. We help them get more repeatable, scalable sales so they can make an impact that they want to make in their market. So number one, let's talk about why trying new things is really expensive. Look, I work with startups every single day. We talk to founders every single day all across the world. And oftentimes what I hear are things like, well, we are trying to do some outbound to get new leads, or we've tried outsourcing to an SDR firm, or we tried hiring a sales VP, or we're going to try doing a little bit of conferences to see how that works for us. If you think about the psychology of this, it's the same as maybe you've had a friend or somebody you know who says, look, I'm going to try to wake up early every single day. I'm going to try to be an early riser, or I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds. I'm going to try going to the gym every day. The human psychology, when we don't commit, when we try something new, then we're not burning that decision into our brain. We're not creating systems around us. We're not creating metrics or desired outcomes around that path that we're choosing. And so when you try new things, the reason that's so expensive is because those little efforts that you're making, those little paths down each road that you're going up and back, you tried this, it didn't work, try that, didn't work, try this, didn't work. What ends up happening, if you add up the total time and cost of the decisions you have to make and the time that you're spending on trying new things, it's insanely expensive. So number two, let's talk about why commitment is the most efficient path. Because when we commit to something, then what that does is it forces our focus on a specific outcome. It reduces the number of decisions that we have to make, because once we've made that commitment, something that's not in that direction that we've committed to, we can easily say no to those things. And it also reduces the distractions that we're feeling bombarded with each and every day. Because let's face it, as founders of companies, all of us are faced with distractions every minute, every day, every hour. So number three, why is commitment ultimately less expensive or more efficient than trying new things? Because when we commit to something, then what that forces us to do is it creates parameters around us. It forces us to test a hypothesis. It forces us to identify metrics. It forces us to accept the fact that there are going to be obstacles along the way, or there's knowledge that we're going to have to learn. There's going to be new strategies or systems or skills that we're going to have to acquire or build in order to get to the place that we want to go. And so when you've made that commitment, you're already accepting the fact that it may be difficult, that it's going to be challenging. And that's going to force you to think about ways to be creative, to work around or through or under or over those specific obstacles. And perhaps most importantly, if you're not ready to make a commitment, what that's probably doing, it's probably telling you that lack of commitment or that lack of commitment to a decision. It's probably telling you that, number one, maybe you need to do some more research first. Maybe you're just not quite ready to make that commitment because you don't have the information that you need. Maybe you're not clear on what the right approach is or what the right work is going to be when you make that commitment. So oftentimes when we're not ready to make that commitment, it means that we just don't have enough information. And so before going and trying new things without enough information or with incomplete information, we can save ourselves a ton of time by, instead of trying a bunch of 3 or 4 or 5 new things, instead let's take that time and effort and those resources and allocate it to doing the right research so we know what the right work is if we are going to commit down a certain path. So hopefully that helps you identify why trying new things is really expensive. Number two, why commitment is a more efficient path forward, more economical for you, and what the difference is, why committing is less expensive than trying new things. So listen, if you're a startup founder and you want to commit to getting a more scalable sales process, if you want to commit to having a clear path forward to get more repeatability and predictability in your sales process, then I would love to help you out. And the way that we're helping people out this fall is through our education series. So if you look in the comments down below, if you're here on LinkedIn, what you'll see is a series of links to different webinars and masterclasses that we're offering over the course of the next few weeks and months. I absolutely encourage you to commit to signing up to one of those webinars, coming to one of those to learn so I can show you the right path forward so you can know exactly what it takes to do the right work. So you know what research is involved, what the obstacles are going to be in your way, in order that you're going to have to overcome in order to get to that repeatable, scalable sales process that you want to get. So that's things for now. Thanks for watching, and check out those links down below, and we'll talk soon. See ya.